Welcome back. We're back.
All right, so you've seen that little skit we did a couple seconds ago on how nervous we were. Anyways, so now we're going to talk about fathers and how fathers impact teens' life. Since Father's Day is coming up, I want to give a shout out to all the dads out there.
Shout out to all the dads. My dad, stepdad, grandpa, great-grandpa. Let's do this.
Yeah. So my perspective on how a dad impacts a person's teen's life is so for example, a dad is like an arm if you really think about it. If you break your arm, you can always get a prosthetic arm and it'll do everything like a real arm does. But at the end of the day, that's not your real arm. I think that dad is the supportive group, and he's always going to be there to support your mother. And I feel like when a dad is not in a teen's life, their life is not going to be completely set properly. The foundation is not going to be good. I feel like everybody should know that.
Yeah, exactly. And in different ways, it can impact the teen's life. If there's one person that they don't have their father in their life, then they get older and it impacts their child's life because they end up with males or whatever, they end up leaving. They end up doing the exact same thing because they feel oh, it was done to me, now it's my turn to do it. But it's really not. These sorts of things are no joke. People never really understand what that has to do with the child and how that really affects a child. And it can get serious in the long run. I mean, it can cause many different problems. I heard it could cause psychological problems. But at the same time, a child isn't a joke. Don't make them feel like they're one.
Yeah, so, and if you want to share your perspective on how you feel dads impact a teen's life, you can always hit us up and call us on 347-640-3928 and tell us your perspective.
So, yeah. And, okay, let me start off by saying this. Certain people that are watching are not going to like what we say, but at the end of the day, it is a talk show. We keep it real. It's your own opinion, and we have ours.
Definitely, and my opinion is definitely that if a father is not in a child's life, the child is going to get something, it's going to affect them a way or another. You guys are I know there's people out there who think they don't need their father in their life, but to be honest, you do, because that person, you have to know, who, made you at the end of the day. Your mother is not the only person that, created you. And at the end of the day, it's hard for mothers, too. There are all those single mothers outside, because they have to take care of the child by themselves. They have to be the dad and the mom in the relation, and, to their child. And that's hard for us, women.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it's not only gonna be your mom, it's gonna be your grandma, uncle, aunts at the same time, but there's always gonna be something missing, and you're gonna feel like there's something missing. It's not something you can take lightly, even though it seems like the lightest thing. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and on Facebook and stuff like that, there's things that say, oh, my father was my first heartbreak. That is showing there's a big impact. If your father wasn't the first person you learned how to love, the first male you learned how to love, it's obviously going to affect how you think about males in general. You're going to think they're just going to leave you, and I feel that's wrong.
But anyways, yeah, if you want to tell us, you can call us at the number
347-640-3920. The first one was messed up.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
What kind of see you got today?
But yeah, I feel but at the same time, even though we're saying dads that leave, I know there's parents out there like my father that stood out through it all, and there's good parents out there, there's good fathers out there. We're not just saying that every father is gonna leave. No, that's not the case. We're just saying that since this is a teens talk show, like it affects us and the people who father aren't in their life.
You know what? I got a nice. Let's give a shout out to the other side, the fathers.
Yes.
Still stuck there. Claps for you. Claps for you. But yeah, shout out to all fathers. I mean, yeah, there's fathers that are there, there's fathers that aren't there, but in a way, like, it's, you made me, hey, thanks for making me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after all, it's still, after all that we said, you know, the shout out to the dads, you know, Father's Day is coming up, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
It's gonna be your day.
And yeah, but at the same time, if you're not, all right, so shout out to the stepdads.
Yes, shout out to the stepdads.
We totally forgot about the stepdads.
You're right. Shout out to the stepdads. Like, let's go. They're winning. They're winning.
They're filling in shoes where it's like hard to replace. I mean, you can't replace your father, your actual father, but as I said, they're there to help you, like, understand how it feels to have a father in your life, since they're not, you know, present in your life.
Yeah.
And for them to stick up, because I know, like, a lot of people, like, don't like their stepfathers because they know, like, that's not my real dad. He shouldn't do this because that's not my real dad. Or he can't do this to me because that's not my real dad. But at the end of the day, you should give him props because he's the one staying there for you. Like, he's the one being there when your dad actually isn't. Like, so.
Exactly. Like, certain things, like, stepdads have the harder job. They're doing the filling of the shoes instead of being like, you know how during shows they have an actor and then they have like a fill-in? Mm-hmm. The fill-in is supposed to fill in the shoes of the actual actor, but they're never going to do it as good as the actual actor would have because they didn't pick them as the main. They picked the other one. But at the same time, they still do good. And at the same time, some other people could see that they do better, they do good, they do worse. They're still trying.
Sometimes the stepdads are actually better than, like, better dads than the actual father. Like, but you should give it up to them because they're there. They're trying. And you should acknowledge that.
Exactly.
Even if they're not your real dad.
Exactly.
And we'll be right back with a guest.
Yep.